okay, we're going to make a music CD. But then Eric said, well, actually, I'd like to hear you sing. I thought, okay, I guess that makes sense. So I went to his studio and he asked me to sing a song, and I sang the song. And, you know, at the end of it, I was waiting for this, you know, this positive reinforcement. And instead I got, have you ever had a vocal coach? And I went, no, why do I need a vocal coach? He goes, well, you don't really know how to breathe. I go, I think I know how to breathe. In fact, I'm breathing right now. He goes, well, no, you have to, you're not breathing from the diaphragm. You're not, you know, you're not holding the notes the way you need to hold the notes. I go, well, you know, I've heard those things before singing in choir years ago, but I'd never really had a vocal coach. And he said, well, why don't you go off, hire a vocal coach, you know, work with them for about a month. While you're doing that, we'll start to lay down the music tracks. You know, while I was off getting my singing lessons, they were off creating this sound.
Being George's first experience in a professional recording studio, I think he underestimated the amount of time and work it takes to make a really great recording. He came in thinking he'd sing the song once, and I was going, no, 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 do it again, do it again. After like a week of that, I think he got the idea that it's a little more work than most people think.
Eric called and said, okay, come by, and now we're going to lay down the vocal tracks. I said, okay, great. So I go in the studio, I put on the headphones, and I can hear the music, and he says, okay, go ahead and start singing the song. So I said, okay. So I started singing the song, you know. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Stop, stop, stop. I go, okay, what, did I mess something up? Did I do something wrong? Okay, do that again. Okay, I'll do it again. So I sang it again, and stop, stop, stop. Okay, do that again. I go, what am I messing up? I must not be breathing right or something, because he keeps stopping me. Well, you know, it actually took 3 or 4 times before I realized I'm not going to get to sing the whole song. Apparently, that's not how you record a song. I thought you walked in there, you started, you sang the whole song, and you had a recording. But no, I had a lot to learn about how you make a music CD. Okay, we're recording. We're going to try to run through this one time. The Lady is a Tramp. Let's go. Doesn't like crap games with barons or earls. Won't go to Harlem dressed in ermine and pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of those girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. There's a couple notes in there that kind of, you know, really bounces around in the vibrato. Yeah, did you hear those? Mm-hmm. Or is that okay? Is that...
It's your style of doing it.
Got called and said, hey, I got this guy who wants to record this album of Frank Sinatra covers. But now that he's retired, he wants to get back to his roots and back to his passion and sing some songs and experience the music world. And I got kind of excited about that and thought this is a really great opportunity. Came in and started recording and met George, and it was a lot of fun to record the record. Took me back a little bit, kind of recording some tracks in a big band fashion and being able to kind of almost experience a big band type environment in the studio. It was a lot of fun.
It was a very dark and rainy day. I was huddled, cold, walking down the sidewalk, and from afar I hear this lilting voice singing Frank Sinatra. I felt so sorry for the poor man. I went over and sang with him, and he said, you know what? You're amazing. And I said, yeah, thanks. You should come sing with me. Absolutely. Come meet my friend Eric Benedict. We'll make some music. Yay! This was a really fun, unique experience for me because whenever you do backtrack, you normally have one harmony line, and I got to do multiple harmonies for the same song. So I got to incorporate all of my personalities, just let my inner Sybil out and sing one line, sing the other line, but that's life. And it was just a blast.
And then I would get an opportunity to get into the studio with Eric and watch Eric really start to pull these things together. And it was great to hear the sound and say, you know, that in this section a flute would be nice. And that creative process of, it's not all entirely scripted out right from the beginning. You know, you listen to it and you hear it and you say, okay, a flute would be great there and a saxophone would be great there. And luckily, Eric plays a lot of different instruments, so the fact that a saxophone would sound good there, who's going to do that? Him. And we need a guitar solo. Who's going to do that? Him.
I'm very fortunate to know a lot of great soloists and talent, and a lot of great people came in to fill out the big band sound we were working on. Well, of course, in big band music, there's lots of saxophone, and I played the saxophone, or I did play the saxophone. And I went to George and said, yeah, no problem, I'll throw a couple solos on there. What I didn't tell him is I hadn't played the saxophone in 21 years, but it turned out great. It's like riding a bike.
Then when we started to mix it and master it, terms I can't really define even now, but it just made the sound even nicer. And I remember hearing the final product for the first time. And for the first time ever, I actually gave myself goosebumps. And I'll give more of that credit to Eric and the production and me singing. But the final product was absolutely fantastic. And when we did a few of the songs at my retirement party, and everybody there started talking about, hey, that sounds great, you know, I'll buy that CD when that CD comes out, we knew we had something. I mean, the juices were flowing now. I was back into it. I'm a singer, and we're trying to think, so what do we do next? What's the next thing we need to do? And we thought, oh, I know, let's make a video.